Okay, next game is Muzychuk versus Lagno. For those of you who don't know, and it's probably more than half of you, probably. If you do know, you're like, well, everybody knows that. But people usually don't know anything. So even if you know it, it doesn't mean other people know it. Muzychuk is the sister of the other Muzychuk. Anna Muzychuk is the one who's playing in the event. Her sister, Maria Muzychuk, used to be the women's world champion, and their ratings are always very similar. And when they play in tournaments, they always play a quick draw. However, in one of the knockout events, like the World Cup or something, they got paired, and they had to play. So that was weird because they don't play. They always draw quickly. But it's amazing that their ratings are always very similar, so it's not clear which one is stronger. Okay, so this is actually where I wanted to start. Okay, yeah, this is where I wanted to start. Okay, this is Muzychuk Lagno. This game was played 6 days ago. And this is in the women's candidates. This is before I was covering it. I didn't cover this game. And white has two possible ways to win. White could promote the pawn. That would win. Or white could checkmate the black king. And white is not promoting the pawn because Lagno is blocking the pawn. So white goes for checkmate. Queen f5 check. Always repeat. And then rook d1, white wants to play rook d8 and queen f5 check and so forth. And white's winning. The engine says white's winning. Okay, and black played good move, stopping queen f5 check. She played e4. Queen defends 5. Rook d8. Rook takes a5. Rook h8 check. King g6. And now we see a comedy of errors because the way to win is almost impossible to see. Now, if you have an engine, it's easy. Everything's easy with an engine. But if you're in time trouble, and even if you're not in time trouble, it's almost impossible. And white started repeating, and queen g4 is already a blunder, which I said there's a comedy of errors. Black was also blundering. In this position, queen g5 and queen f5 is just a draw. It's easy draw. And instead, black played the losing king f7. And in this position, when we started, queen e8 was the winning move, which I haven't said yet. So now king f7 is losing again to queen e8, and she played queen g4 again. Now queen g5 is drawing, and she let her play queen e8 check again and win, and white played rook g8, which is a blunder. Now we're not winning. But let's analyze the winning move, queen e8 check. And I understand why she didn't play queen e8 check, because finding the winning move in this position is impossible. White has so many tempting continuations that make sense, and only one of them wins. And she, not much time on her clock, but it was move 41, so she could have thought 20 minutes and maybe found it, maybe. But there's a lot of tempting moves here for white, but only one of them wins. H4 is very tempting, I agree. And the reason H4 doesn't win is because of only move king f4. King f4 is the only drawing move. But H4 is very tempting. Nope, G3 is not winning. H4 is not winning. And that's why she didn't play queen e8, because she didn't see the winning move here. And I don't blame her. This is one of those Matt Larson situations where, like, white has 5 or 6 moves that look good, but only one of them wins. So who's going to find it? The answer is an engine will find it. Somebody got the right answer. It's queen f7. And Scottish Demon Goat, you suggested the move that was actually played in the game. but in different position. Okay, queen f7's winning. And if black plays the obvious to me, g6, to me it's obvious. Now h4 does win. Also queen g7 wins. Now king f4 doesn't cut it. Now you got 3 pawns to protect, and wherever you move your king, you're not protecting them. And the funny thing is, in this position, queen f6 is winning, but slightly more winning is g4 check, which is crazy. Okay, so instead of playing queen e8 check, queen f7 with a winning position, she played rook g8. Now you got to put on your thinking caps. And luckily, I think, maybe it's not lucky, maybe it doesn't matter. Lagno had time on her clock because this was move 41, and black has one way to draw, and she has plenty of time on her clock, so she found it. If this was move 35, 36, a little iffy. I think she still would have found it. I think so. But I can't guarantee it. Black to play and draw it. There's one way to draw it. I need a sequence of moves, not just one move. Hey, that was a good sequence of moves. From ear D, Omicron, you know, Persei I8, I guess. Yeah, that's correct. And so Lagno played rook A1 check, and Muzychuk is like, I'm going to take on G7 soon. And Kateryna said, no, you didn't. Queen check and F5, defending the pawn. Now the engine says it's all zeros, even material, and here they agree to a draw. So very exciting. White was winning, then it was a draw, then white was winning, then it was a draw, then white was winning, then it was a draw. Then it was a difficult draw, and black found the way to draw. And the way to win, queen e8 check, queen f7, is not so obvious. However, I think if she played queen e8, queen f7, she would have won. I think the rest of the game she can figure it out. But finding queen f7 is difficult. Truth hurts. Man, chess is difficult. You play for hours and hours and hours, and the game's a draw. Yes, these games are better than Sunday game analysis. That's right.